discussed the idea that rather than having a collection of sweet moves and trying to catch the blade out of thin air and have my training partner just stand still for me, that things have to be a little more dynamic and that I have to control not the weapon so much as the actor. I have to control him. I have to stop him from being able to move around and renew his attack and change his angles and troubleshoot. In order to do that, we're going to take a page out of the book from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Greco-Roman wrestling, freestyle, folk-style wrestling, and look more at positional control, using leverage and position to slow him down, to stop his ability to be able to move the way that he wants to. So we're going to go into how all of these things exchange, but for right now, we're just going to kind of get our positioning down so you have an idea of where we're going once we go hands-on with the blade. The first position I'm going to look to control with is what we refer to as a baseball bat position. Now, we're not actually holding it like a baseball bat, one above and one below. More like a handcuff around the wrist right here. Now, if I just try and control this right here, there's a lot of problems, not the least of which is the fact that he wanted to stab me, and all of a sudden I took away his ability to do that. The first thing on his mind is going to be to get this back and go back to work. He can rip this free right here, and that's going to be coming back in again. I finally got my hands on it, and I've already lost it. So I have to do more than just grab onto this thing and try and wrestle with it. The other issue is with this space in between us, this is where in any fighting system, in any kind of fight, this is where everything goes down. All the punches and knees and kicks and everything happen right in here. So the last place I want to be is standing in this mid-range. Either I'm going to be up close with him or I'm going to be running out the door. So when I have this control, if I stand here and try and control it from space here, he's going to put that hand in. Exactly. Start punching. He can even just use it to pry my head off. He just post on my head and pull that free. I don't care how good your grip is, he's going to get that free, especially when you add blood and sweat and things like that. So I'm going to bring my head in close. Let me just take a step in close here. This protects me from him being able to punch me. Turn you just a little bit so I can see the camera. Keeps him from being able to punch me with that rear hand or pry my head off. Now, I still have to deal with this grip. The problem is Drew is very strong, so if we get into a tug-of-war here, he's going to be moving me all over the place. So I'm going to anchor by locking out my elbows and keeping weight down on that. Now, we're going to do one thing. When you drill this, notice how he's standing straight up and down. When we go real time with this and he's trying to stab me, he's not going to be standing straight up and down. Maybe back here, some drive into me. Yeah. If he's trying to stab me, this is going to be where all the stabbing that happens. So I need to lock this out. If he's standing straight up, I can't actually keep that good a control from this position. I would have to transition. So when we're first drilling, the idea that he came in, he's stabbing, and I just got my hands on it however I did, the first thing we do is lock these arms out, keep this grip really solid, keep my head inside, and there's my first position. I'm not done, because I could get all of this, and he can still undo it. Remember, he wants this back. The second I try and stop it, he's just going to try and get it back. So he's going to start backing up, pulling this free, and if I let this space open up, I'm at the square one. I cannot let the space open up. The way I deal with that, and we'll back up a little bit, because we're going to have to cross some space here, is with this control, I need to drive. So I have all of this locked out, and I'm going to be driving like I'm trying to put him through a wall, driving into him here. This way, if he tries to disengage, I'm closing that space out, keeping him from being able to pull free. Switch sides with me. Wait, so right in here, if I'm trying to stab him and I can't get this on him, the next thing I'm going to try and do is pull free. If he's got good pressure, as I try and pull free, he's just going to go right over the top. What's nice about it is it's not strength or weight dependent anymore. He's not trying to hold me still in the middle of the room. He's trying to keep me from stabbing him with this. Once he stopped me from stabbing him, he's trying to keep me from getting this back. Now, the other thing that might happen is when I get this control, instead of trying to pull free, he may just figure he can blow right through and continue to stab. He may drive in. This is even better for me. Doesn't matter whether I'm bigger or smaller. Okay? If he really commits to driving, it works in our favor.